105 degrees outside. You're late for work. You're flying down the I-17. The sun visor is barely keeping the sun out of your eyes. Pop! You look in your rearview mirror and you see black rubber everywhere. You're trying to control this 2,500-pound beast. It's out of control. You finally gain control and you pull to the side of the road safely. You realize that you have a flat tire, but you've never had a flat tire before. You don't know how to change a flat tire. You've seen other people on the side of the road before, but you never thought that could be you. You have a brand new car, you have brand new tires. How did this happen? In the next few minutes, I'll be telling you the essence of a flat tire, the definition, and how to differentiate between a flat tire and a non-flat tire. I will be preparing you mentally and physically for a flat tire, and I will be telling you how to change a flat tire. So what is a flat tire? Well, Webster's dictionary defines a flat tire as a pneumatic tire that has lost all or most of its air due to leakage, puncture, or the like. Now this is important because we want to make sure that we actually have a flat tire before we change the tire. In most situations, you might have just run over a nail and there's a little bit of air trickling out. You can get to safety safe. You don't have to do this process of changing the tire. This is only in circumstances where the definition comes into play and you're losing a lot of air and you're losing it fast and you need to change the tire. So how did you get a flat tire? There's many ways you can get a flat tire. The most common way is ascending or descending height, say coming down from a mountaintop or driving down from a mountaintop or driving up a mountaintop, which causes an increase or decrease of pressure, which will cause air to be lost from your tires. Also, a decrease or increase abruptly in change of temperature will cause the tire to lose air. And also, like the definition says, you can have a puncture, such as a nail or a piece of glass could get lodged in there. Or you could hit a curb and the tire could literally explode from the pressure that is built up immediately on the tire. So we know that we have a flat tire, and we know that we need to be prepared. You've never had a flat tire before, so we want to make sure that we don't panic. We want to make sure that we get to the side of the road, and we get to the side of the road safely. We don't want to be changing a flat tire in the middle of a highway. We don't want to be changing a flat tire too close to the highway or too close to the curb. We want to make sure that if we get a flat tire, we're prepared and we are going to move our car to the side. We also want to make sure that we don't panic. And we also want to make sure the tools are always available to us. We want to make sure we have a regular tire, a regular spare tire, a lug nut wrench, and a jack. Those are the three necessary things you need to be prepared for a flat tire. So now we have this flat tire. What are we going to do? Okay, well, I'm now going to teach you how to change a flat tire. Once we are safe, which is obviously the first step, we want to make sure we're safe. We want to make sure that we're not too close to the road. We want to put our hazard lights on and we want to exit the vehicle. Okay? Knowing that we're safe, we want to locate our spare tire. And this is important because we want to grab the spare tire by itself. We don't want to grab any other tools with it. We don't want the tire dropping. We don't want it flying down the highway and you chasing after it. We don't want any more hazards happening. Okay, so we want to make sure that we grab the tire first and put it next to the flat tire. Then we can locate our jack and our lug nut wrench. We want to make kind of a workstation next to the flat tire, as seen above. Once we've done that, we need to, and I believe this is the most important and crucial step, is finding the jack point. The jack point is a special location under the car that is made of specific plastic or fiberglass, what have you, that is made to support the weight of your car at a specific point. So if you do not put that jack underneath the jack point, and you do not do that and you put it somewhere else, you're risking cracking the frame of your car. You can bend the frame. It will not be stable. Your car can literally fall over while you're changing the tire. We don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure we locate the jack point and we put the jack right underneath that jack point. We want to support the car but not raise it. And this is important because if we raise the car completely, we will not have any friction in which to loosen the lug nuts. You're just going to spin the car and spin the tire. We want to make sure that the tire is just above the surface, just on top of the surface of the pavement, so you have friction to loosen the lug nuts. Also, when we do loosen the lug nuts, we do not want to loosen them all the way. This is crucial because if we take the lug nuts off before we raise the car, while we're raising the car, the tire could pop off, run down the road, cause another hazard. We don't want that. So we want to make sure that the lug nuts are loose, but not completely off. But once we get all the lug nuts loose, we are now ready to raise the car. We want to raise the car to a point where the tire is completely off the ground and there's enough room for the new tire. At this point, we can remove the lug nuts and remove the flat, put that to the side, and now we're ready to put the new tire on. Now, it's important to understand that the same processes apply to replacing the tire as removing the tire. It's just in reverse. We want to make sure that we've put the tire on safely and securely. At the same time, we don't want to damage any of the bearings. And the bearings being that holding the tire in place. We want to finger tighten the lug nuts. Once again, your car is raised off the ground. You don't have any friction with the ground. You don't want to try to tighten the lug nuts because you're not going to go anywhere with the tightening. Okay. Once we get all the lug nuts on, finger tightened, we can now lower the car, but we only want to lower the car not fully. We want to lower it just so it's on the surface of the pavement. And this, again, is because we want friction. Now, we don't want it to sit fully down because that could bend the tire, could bend the bearings. Now, we want to make sure that, like I just said, we want it to be not fully onto the ground. And then, the end result is once we tighten all the lug nuts, we'll be able to lower the rest of the car down onto the ground. The tire will be secure, the lug nuts will be tightened, and you're ready to go. Now, you must enter traffic safely, and even though you have you have your spare tire on, you want to make sure the final step is to enter traffic safely, because if you don't enter traffic safely, you mess up. There's no point. You're gonna hurt yourself, and we just want to make sure that you enter traffic safely. Make sure your signal's on, and we move on. Now, you have a new spare tire on, and I just went over how to change a tire. I just went over how to be prepared for changing a tire, and I just went over the preparation and tools needed to change the tire. So next time you're on the road and you actually get that dreaded flat tire, you'll be prepared and you'll be ready to change it so you can get out of harm's way as fast as possible. How long was it?